you were with us, but you're on the sideline. And then you doubted. You doubted this mission. And your desires led you astray. Now, to be part of the prophetic masjid is to enhance taqwa, it is to build brotherhood, and it is to adopt the mission. وَقُولُوا قَوْلَ هَذَا وَاسْتَغْفِرُ اللَّهَ لِي وَلَكُمْ. الحمد لله إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. One other characteristic of the prophetic masjid is that it embraces outreach to the wider community, to the wider society. The prophetic masjid is internally focused, yes, because taqwa is the basis of everything. That's the starting point. Brotherhood is an important starting point. You have to have that. But was the prophetic masjid something? Was it internally focused? No. It was obviously focused and directed to the world. It had a mission in the world. And we have so many teachings. One of the masal I love so much is the good tree. Shajara tayyiba. Right? We're the good tree. That what? That brings forth its fruit all the time. Tu'ti ukulaha kulli hin. It brings forth its fruit. And what does that mean? This good tree, which is the manifestation of the kalamat, is the manifestation of Quran and Sunnah. This good tree brings forth its fruit. It brings forth benefit to the world. That's what bringing forth its fruit means. It benefits the environment. Every passerby, everyone who comes into the presence of the good tree finds benefit, nourishment of the fruit, shade of the tree, comfort. And as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, and it's so obvious, it doesn't even need repeating. Over and over again, Allah tells us what? Aminu wa amilu salihat. Believe and do good deeds. That is our life. If you had to capsulize it, that's our life. To believe and to do good deeds. What are good deeds? The good deeds are good deeds in the world. We are people who bring good to the world. That's who we are. That's what we're commanded to do. You can't be internally focused and do good in the world. We have to be of those who bring good in this world. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches us, وَإِذْ أَخَذَ اللَّهُ مِيثَاقَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ لَتُبَيَّنُنَّهُ لِلنَّاسِ وَلَا تَكْتُمُونَ. And remember, Allah took the covenant of those who possess the book. We possess the book now, right? That was a lesson for those in the past who possessed the book, but we possess the book. So Allah took a covenant, an agreement of those who possess the book. What's the covenant? That you make it clear to the people, to humanity, to the world. That's why you got the book. I gave you this Islam so you could show the world. Not because you can put an ayah on your wall. That's why we have this Islam. Our internal focus is to make this kitab real in our lives. The first step is to embrace this kitab, to make it the center of our lives. But then what? That's not the end of the story. That's not what it's about. That's not the whole story. That's not the whole purpose. Because we take this kitab into our lives that we might bring it to others. That we might bring the life-saving message to others. As Allah says, كَذَلِكُمْ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. And thus we have made you this ummah that is balanced. We brought you this Islam, beautiful Islam, balanced Islam. Why? Why? What do we do with this wonderful deen of ours? So that you will be witnesses to humanity. That's why we have this wonderful Islam. That we might be witnesses. We can't be internally focused. We have to be externally focused. And witnesses in what way? Witnesses, of course, in word, in making sure the message is understood, to make sure Islam is not misrepresented and distorted and defamed in the public, but also witnesses in terms of our example. We got to witness this deen with our lives in this world, doing good in this world. You know, Ismail Faruqi, rahimahullah, one of the great scholars of Islam and really great scholars of America, one of the things he said in a speech in a convention, it was a long time ago, boy, I think it was late 70s, I think. But it always stuck with me. I can remember the scene now because wow, when he said it, it really hit me. He said, we Muslims are consumers here in America. We're consumers. We're not contributors. We come here, we benefit from education. We benefit from the economic situation here. We benefit from what America has to offer. But what are we doing for America? What are we giving back? What are we contributing as Muslims? So that's our challenge. That's our challenge. To be contributors to our society. So we are a community of compassion, a community of caring, a community of justice. So our new masjid cannot be internally focused only. It has to be externally focused. In fact, when you think about it, this new masjid is our face in society. It is, in fact, part of our witnessing to society. This facade that we're going to put up is part of our witnessing of what is this deen to society. And so we got to be proud. We got to be proud of that face we're going to show society. We got to be proud of the face we're going to show to all the people that go back and forth in Russell Cave. We got to be proud of the people that come to our masjid. Because that's our face. We need a beautiful, stylish, inspiring, serene, peaceful space. A place that we can be proud of. And we need to invite people. Alhamdulillah, we usually have people who come to visit us at Salatul Jummah. We need more. You know, I teach at UK. I take my beginning Islam class always. Unfortunately, I take them every year to Cincinnati so they can experience the masjid there. And every time I go there, wallahi, every time I go there, there are so many other classes. That place is full in the back. because they get a chance to experience a masjid. And a very diverse community. As almost all of our communities are very diverse. That's what I want. I'm going to stop taking my class to Cincinnati. I'm going to stop taking them. I'm going to take them here from now on. Inshallah. We got to build a really nice masjid though. And I'll stop going to Cincinnati. But there are so many people and churches and other groups that probably, if we approach them, we're more than willing to come to the masjid to experience the Muslim community. We want to have our masjid filled with non-Muslims every Salat al-Jumu'ah. And we'll welcome them and we'll explain to them with beautiful teaching what is Islam all about. And we need to be involved in our community, both in the neighborhood and in our community. We need to be good neighbors to all the people around, 40 houses, to all of our neighbors. We need to be good neighbors and show that we're being good neighbors. There's a lot of ways we can do that. Wallahi, I've always thought, and Share is talking about this, a health fair. We should have a health fair here. Shall I have a big parking lot? We can use it. Let's have a health fair for the community. One of the things that's happening now among some masjids is they're adopting a school. So let's adopt Winburn, or let's adopt one of the other schools around here. And what they do, for students who don't have, book backpacks or things like that, we could work to help them. There's all kind of things. We just work with that school. Inshallah, we go into the school in 4th grade and 6th grade to explain Islam too, because these are nice guys. There's so many things we could be doing. And we need to be more active in inviting people to Islam. We don't do enough of that. Really inviting people, persuading people to become Muslim. And more importantly, we need to do a much better job of welcoming new Muslims and then helping them through this transition. We do a lousy job. Alhamdulillah, they get a big high when everybody comes and hugs them. Man, they think, whoo, this is a deep community. All this hugging, I ain't never hugged anybody. And how many people hug? Men. I'm talking about men that hugging men, Oh, this is a wonderful community. And then, kind of everything just dies away, right? Because we're not really there for them. And we need to change that. If we're going to adopt the prophetic masjid as our example, then we need to welcome and nurture new Muslims. And let me end by really going back to the first thing I said of imagining what it would be like to have that excitement of being one of the companions. And I'm reminded of a story of Masjid ibn Amr. And he was one of the first, I think he was one of the first 7 who take the Shahada. Right? And later, after the death of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he's with some people. They're sitting around the campfire. And he's the only companion. The rest came later. And they're saying, oh, we wish we were there. And boy, that would be great. Oh, that if we could see the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And he said, whoa. He said, wait. So you shouldn't ask for things you know nothing about. Because it was hard. You don't know what he's thinking of the persecutions, right? It wasn't easy to be Muslim. It wasn't easy to join this brotherhood. It wasn't easy to commit. He said, whoa, you don't know what you would have decided. Be content that you're not there. But see, we have the same question in front of us, right? We are here, and now we got to make some decisions. We are of that generation that inshallah has this challenge to build a beautiful masjid, but an alive masjid, a prophetic masjid. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا. ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا. ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم اغفر للمسلمين والمسلمات. O Allah, forgive us, the believers, men and women, our sins, our faults, our mistakes, our weaknesses, our lack of commitment. O Allah, increase us in us our faith and our taqwa and our desire to please you. O Allah, make us of a community that is worthy of the prophetic masjid. Help us to build taqwa in our hearts. Help us to build brotherhood amongst ourselves. Help us that we will be brothers and sisters amongst ourselves, and help us that we might take upon ourselves this mission. And O Allah, help us to be witnesses to this world, that the light of Islam might shine in this city, in this world. Keep us along.
حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
Line up according to the dots on the side of the wall. It saves space so it allows for more people to come in. I'll wait just for a second. As the lines form. And let us make this prayer as if it is our last prayer on earth. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. الله نور السماوات والأرض مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح المصباح في زجاجة الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار نور على نور يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط